Okay, I guess we're live.
All right. Hi everybody. Yeah, we're not
Yay.
used to doing it on a day like this. I know, but it's look. We jokingly call the Substack page that we post this on the Desk of Chaos. I think we can now move fully into the Apartment of Chaos phase.
Yeah, it is what it is.
The desk has gone from a disorganized mess to exploding into an apartment.
Yeah, like today, like we started like putting everything away, kinda, sorta, maybe throw things away. Also, it's been really fun.
Yeah, I'm currently sitting in the living room. I have like a whole bunch of stacked stuff near me. The the couch is kind of messed up. I have boxes all over the place.
Me in the bedroom is like, I don't want to walk in the
This
closet.
we've had it worse in the closet. Honestly, this afternoon was worse in the closet than it is now.
Yeah, well now there's less things there. Like most of the clothes that were like all
Hmm.
over the place now it's like in baggies and such, and we
Yeah,
have
that's gonna be
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, well, we'll
Yeah.
live.
So I want to make this perfectly clear. If you're seeing this on YouTube, first of all, welcome. And secondly, if you're watching this on the Substack replay, hello again. You're listening to this. Um, if you saw the title, we're not shutting down. This ain't the end by any means. Just this is the last show we're doing in Texas.
Yeah, yeah. Till further notice.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's so sad that it's like, oh, and I for some reason, uh, it's so sad that
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, I'm gonna be doing this, but I feel like this as of lately, it's been very hard for us to actually make it happen. So
Well, it's more because we've got all this stuff going on. I feel once we get a little more settled and a routine develops up there, that'll change.
yeah,
Like, I don't expect it to be I expect us to be up and running by the new year because we're gonna be sick of like not doing it.
I hope, but we never know. It's gonna depend on how we adapt. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But we're not shutting anything down. It's just with this move, and also it's the end of the year, so I'm kind of considering this the last podcast of the year in a sense. That then I could be wrong. We could do one later when we get a little more settled in. That's not to say we're not going to happen, but
mm,
we're treating this as such right now.
yeah, yeah.
And boy, has it been fun.
Yeah, it's been weird how this year has developed and how we've been doing it. So
Well, keep in mind at this point, this is how crazy the year has started. We started the year like, oh, we're moving. We're ending the year with, hey, we're finally moving. Like I point to my coworkers were like, oh, he is actually moving. Okay, this isn't bullshit.
yeah, my last day at my job, but I'm getting another. It's the same job. It's just that I'm moving, transferring and
She's
such.
transferring, ladies and gents.
Yeah. So my last day at the place that I work before leaving this fucking hellhole was
Hmm.
rather, I don't know, bittersweet. I think I told you. I think that's the word.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of happy that I'm leaving this place for my mental health.
Oh yeah. You already have seen the difference just simply by, being out of there. I told you it's like you're gonna feel weird, and then it's like there's this weird feeling of elation upon leaving that you can't really quite understand.
Yeah, like yesterday I just crashed for 15 hours. Like it was like, oh, like I just went to bed. Didn't get up till like,
That's why we didn't. That's why we didn't do the show last night. Was I fell asleep because I was running hard that day myself, and
yeah.
excuse me.
Okay.
Illy is like I get up and Illy's like I haven't slept anything. I'm like, well, the dog's out. No, the dog just came out with you. I'm like, oh, okay. And she's like, all right, we're gonna do the show. And it's like you ever see a zombie and you're trying to explain to them not to do work, like it's like an Office Space somehow, where it's like a zombie's like, "Arr, arr," like we
Mhm.
don't have to do this. "Arr!" It's like we don't have to do this. "Arr!"
That was pretty much. I was Frankenstein yesterday. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. And it's like, okay, we'll do this tomorrow. No biggie. And I'm literally forcing you into the fucking room to sleep.
I was like, "Yeah, you need to stop. You need to go and sleep." It took me a bit to fall asleep, but once I fell asleep, it was just beep, like disconnected. Uh,
Oh yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
the dog woke up around 4:30 because she needed to pee pee and poop poop, and I'm like, that's fine. And I got up and whatever and did some things, and then I realized that I was still very tired. I was like, no, fuck this. And she was already sleeping in my lap. It was like, you know what? No, let's go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go to bed. Uh, and I think around 7, I got up. So, and it was more
Mm-hmm.
because she was like fucking hungry. She's like, hey, feed me, you bitch. Meh.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's completely valid. And hey, it is what it is. Um, but yeah, it's been a fun couple of days, and I worked yesterday, and we got new sunglasses. That was still fun on that because first off, we were waiting for these to get here, and it's like, yay, they finally came, and it fucking rained all weekend.
yeah, like it's like, well, we're gonna.
Not that didn't stop yours truly from wearing his.
Yeah, no, I wore mine too. It's like, fuck that. I'm gonna wear them. I think,
Rogue,
what happened?
no, she's biting the box of the last
Oh,
Guardian.
oh shit. Okay.
Rogue, Rogue. All right, good girl.
My God. I was gonna say. Then you said that like next Friday when we're leaving is gonna be fucking raining me. Of course it's
Mhm.
gonna rain. Like, of course.
Well, but going across multiple states, and also I realized next Friday is Friday the 13th. I'm like, oh, that's a thing.
That's a lucky day. We started dating on the
I
on a
know.
Friday of the
No, I
13th.
know, but it's like it's just everything is just kind of like coalescing. And I'm like, oh, I picked the day of the fucking move to be fucking Friday the 13th. Ah, whatever.
It's a lucky day. I never thought that a Friday the 13th
I
was
agree.
unlucky. It's unlucky for teenagers
No, and
that
you
I'm
got good
fucking.
reason to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's unlucky for teenagers that are fucking on a lake and then get killed by a serial killer. Well, we are moving. It's not the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, look, in all honesty, it's like as long as my retinas are not burnt like they were last time, because I mean, it hurt to look at the end of the day, that first drive.
It was so tiring for you. No, I also like let's be fair. Uh, a little story time is that the last time we left in very different circumstances. So the circumstances right now are different, and I don't think you're gonna be that affected because I want to say that the first half you were not right. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Well, also at the same time, in the first half, we also had the fucking sun blasting in our eyes, and that's what I failed dead at. It's like at about 4 o'clock until like about 8 o'clock, I just had the sun directly into my eyes, and I was wearing very shitty clip-ons just to kind of make it through because I couldn't afford glasses. So I'm kind of hoping this time it's not that bad.
No, this time you got nice sunglasses. I got some nice
Hmm.
sunglasses, so we'll be fine. Um,
Yeah.
that's how I view it.
Hmm. All right. So aside from moving and getting all that stuff done, is there anything else you did this week you'd like to talk about?
um, well, besides moving, I guess I did a couple of
Mm-hmm.
artworks this because
Mm-hmm.
oh you actually posted that playlist for the dominant ones, and I did the
Yes.
artwork for that.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Uh,
and that is available over on Substack. I will post a link to that in a little bit. Go ahead, keep going.
yeah, I don't know if you put it the picture for for the playlist.
I did.
Oh yeah,
I
okay,
did. It is on there. Uh huh.
okay.
Whatever you put in the drafts. Oh, you're talking on the playlist itself?
Hmm.
Yeah, I did that too.
I was kind of curious if you did it because the last time that I saw it, it didn't show up. But
No, it does work. I checked it. I checked it recently.
beyond that, I've been trying to survive. Saw that Beetlejuice movie. It was pretty good. I mean,
Hmm.
I have like it's been a weird season for me. I've been trying to give them the benefit of the doubt and such. Uh, movie wasn't bad. It was rather fun, funner than I thought. But a lot of characters fell flat. I feel like again this has been happening with my man Burton. That it's like, bro, you're not doing your movies right. And I just realized that the last movie he did was in 2016, 15, I think. Like, it's been a fucking long time. And it's like, wow, you're still fucking up, huh? Okay, cool. So, other than that, it was fun because Michael Keaton is Michael Keaton. And Winona Ryder, goddamn, she looks the same since Stranger Things, I guess. I think that's
Oh yeah.
so. But yeah, other than that, I've been surviving. I try not to kill anyone. I did. Yesterday we went to my favorite place for the last time, Chewy's, and
Yes.
the oh,
Oh, you got it all.
oh god, like I got my favorite plate, which is the green enchiladas, but the deluxe ones. And
hmm
then the fucking guy that was attending us was the bartender, and he's like, "Well, you look like you need a drink. Treat yourself." And me, oh, cool. It's like you can have a margarita and you can put a shot in it. And me, no, you can. Yes, you can. Well, now I want one. And I said, "Give me a Don Julio white fucking crystal from hell. A shot of that." I was like, that's a good option to me. Hell yeah. And they brought the little I love that they brought the little margarita and it had like the little shot of a little glass that said Chewy's and me, fuck, I want that. I want it so bad. But they just poured it and be okay, whatever. But it was pretty good. It's like this is a good way to
Hmm.
close my Chewy's experience. So
Hmm.
I will
For
miss
now.
it. Yeah, I will miss it, but to be perfectly honest, I can sacrifice some margaritas for good beer. Um,
Uh-huh. And that you will get.
yeah, I will get that eventually, I guess. So, yeah.
hmm
Other than that,
Oh yeah. The guy. Remember, I told you they're going to be owning stuff. So I mean, it's not like they're not gonna. The owners of that. Bu- 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 bu-
hmm?
They own like Olive
Oh
Garden and
yeah,
shit. Yeah, they
you
own
said
Olive
that.
Garden. It's the Darden Group. It's Olive Garden, Longhorn. I didn't know they owned
Oh,
Cheddar's. Huh. Yard
oh,
House,
wow.
Bahama Breeze.
Oh,
Yeah,
hmm.
they own a lot of shit. So again, you're worried. You were like, oh, when are we gonna see it? I'm like, oh, you're gonna see it sooner than you imagine. They're gonna pounce on that shit.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. I can be patient. It's yeah. That's the only thing that I'm gonna miss for now from this place. So
Yeah, no, I get you. But trust me, you'll get there.
mm-hmm. Eventually.
Uh, yeah. What I've been doing is kind of wrapping things up. I'm still reading comic books, and I actually got to read Absolute Superman #2.
How's that?
I again, I got Wonder Woman, Absolute Wonder Woman 2. Again, I feel if people are gonna read the Absolute Universe, the Absolute Wonder Woman and Superman are pretty much the best books. The Absolute Batman is like edgelord Batman. Take it for what it's worth there, but it's like it's not as good as people think it is.
Hmm.
You know
Oh well.
what?
There is a choice.
Where?
Mansfield. Mansfield.
That's gonna be a little bit of a that's a little bit of a drive, Hilly.
Well, that means that they're close.
Yeah, I told you they were close.
Damn. Well, okay. I'll shut up then. I'm sorry, but they were pretty good margaritas. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I totally get you, but no, it's yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. I wish that I could put like some music on this, but I'm happy with how the internet is working right now.
Yeah, don't if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I know. This is very frustrating. I hate it. But oh well. If it's gonna be the quiet podcast, it's gonna be the quiet podcast. Another
Quiet
thing.
and yo.
My blue sky actually lifted my fucking ban.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ta-da!
Wait. It's just that it's like I feel like for a week I was like, why is this not fixed? Why is this not fixed? Why is this not fixed? That's uh, like I don't know what they expected. Like I guess they just got fucking tired of me. It's like okay, just lift it up for the love of God. So it's like, okay, yay, I
Yeah,
promise I'll be good.
for a moment.
Yeah, like it's kind of funny. I follow this girl that does not safe for work stuff, but she's on Mastodon. Uh,
Oh yeah, I think I saw her stuff today. Yeah,
yeah, like she does real.
Jen Jen or something.
I don't remember. No, she has a
Mm-hmm.
cutesy name anyway, but she does a lot of not safe for work
Mm-hmm.
things, but very explicit, but really good. I don't know how to explain it. Like, oh, this is actually really good drawings. And I thought it was digital, but no, it's actually pencil like. It's like, wow, no clues for you. I don't know
Ah,
why.
nice.
So apparently
Hmm.
she got in trouble but because of the last set of pictures, but because people said like, oh, they looked at underage and shit. It's like they look like they don't have asses and
Mm.
tits. That's pretty much how it looks like. Like it doesn't look that kind of a thing. Does that make sense?
Meanwhile, if you want to see that stuff, come check out the dominant ones over on Substack right now.
Yeah, it's very well. I said like I told her like don't get discouraged by it because it is what it is. People are gonna be like that, and people are gonna
Mm-hmm.
get like whatever. But you need to change the body types. Honestly, if she changed a bit the body type so they look a bit more older or mature, it'll be
Mm-hmm.
better because they're gonna get the wrong idea for 100%. So,
Yeah.
um,
Mm. I mean, in all fairness, it's I understand that people look. Not everybody is going to have curves or all that stuff. I understand there are planks as adults,
yeah.
but I can understand the frustration because you're trying to like do it, but it's like if it looks childlike and it's like yeah, that's going to hit some notes on people that aren't going to like it, and that's not fair to them because they may not be trying to do that intentionally. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like if you don't say something or you don't do something, you kind of feel like if you didn't do something and it was actually what you thought it was, you feel bad. So not defending the people that did that. It's just
No,
that's a weird spot to be in.
it's like I said, like I draw more mature women. Like there is a character that
Hmm.
is a lot more planky, but I she
All our characters are adult
uh,
age. I just want to make that clear.
no, she doesn't look. She really doesn't look young. She looks like she's petite. Does
Hmm.
that make sense? Because
Yes.
there's ways to
Hmm.
get around that don't look like they don't make them look like oh my god you're fucking a kid.
Hmm.
Like no, that's not that. It's completely something safe. For instance, also I'm super
Yeah.
against that kind of crap. I feel like that's fucking disgusting. I mean, don't do that, people. That and don't fuck with kids or animals. That's all I'm saying. Like that's so easy. Fucking
Yeah.
pervs. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, look, there's ways she needs to practice art styles and a bit more of a body types, and she'll be fine. But yeah, that was
Hmm.
interesting. That was an interesting walk. So
Yeah. Well, okay, so this is actually a good way to get into this. For our first story tonight, there's a new Gundam show coming.
oh yeah, you when you told me about it, it's like oh well maybe it's in production. No, there's a trailer. What now?
Yeah.
What's the name of
So,
it?
which actually, by the way, Gundam. Wow, I can't. Let me check the notes here because my notes versus the notes I actually think I have to look for the actual like because there's a way to say it. They showed it. I just can't remember off the top of my head. Hang on.
I thought it said quacks or
It's like
quacky.
GQUUUX Kwaku
Quacks,
or something.
quaku,
Baba
quacks.
baba.
Baba baba.
G Quax is what Gizmodo is basically saying
Oh shit, I got a new subscriber, I guess.
on Blue Sky or
No, on Substack. Substack.
oh I think I know who that is.
Interesting.
It's a friend of mine on Mastodon. I know who that is.
Ah, well, more
Yeah.
malaria. Anyway, you were talking
Yeah. Bu- 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 yeah.
new
Sorry.
show.
Sorry. I got I need to focus. I know I'm
Uh,
sucking at this. New show Gundam Quack G Quacks or whatever. I actually watched Requiem for a Vengeance last night, and it's kind of refreshing to find. Oh, thank God, they actually fucking are gonna do something besides the 1 year war. Because watching that show last night, it's like, guys, I understand the 1 Year War is Gundam's bread and butter when it comes to Universal Century. We've tapped. We got everything we can out of this puppy. It's time to let it go.
I think I've seen that thing. It's like, okay, I get it. And the fall of the fucking city is the two things they keep repeating.
Oh, it's a great animation for Unreal Engine. It is great animation. Not even disputing that.
Mhm.
But like when you just start to realize what it is, it's basically like, VR Gundam or like 3D Gundam. It's like, okay, all right, you're trying a new medium, you're playing it safe, that's fair, but it's guys, it's done.
Yeah.
We're now at snake eating own tail territory because when you find out who the pilot is of the other Gundam, it's like, wow, we are out of ideas here.
Uh, that sucks.
I mean, I would still say it's like if you're curious, it's definitely worth a watch. It's not bad, but just we've mined all we can out of the 1 Year War. Like, there's plenty of stuff you can cover. You can cover post 1 Year War. You can cover the Zeta period. I'm sure there's some stuff they missed there. There's the stuff after Char. There's the entire Gundam Unicorn stuff that was actually really good and interesting, and they've just gone, we're done after NT, which is
Yeah.
pissing me off because they set up so many interesting beats.
Well, what can I say? It's a it's a hoot.
Hmm. But yeah, back to this. The real reason we're kind of excited for the new Gundam show is not because it's a new Gundam show. I mean, that's good reason to be excited about it.
Of course.
It's who's they're doing. Bandai is actually partnering with somebody for this.
Mm-hmm. Who is it, Brian?
A Ludo Studio, and hang on, I have to adjust my glasses here because it's like they're new glasses, so trying to get adjusted.
Oh my god.
Studio Kara. Where have I heard that name before? I feel like that's an
Jesus.
important name recently.
Sounds like a big studio.
Oh, that's right. They did the rebuild of it. It's Hideki Anno's studio. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Hideki Anno's studio is doing Gundam.
Bro, you see
You
the
thought Evangelion was fucked up. Wait till you get to the super war crime level.
bro, I saw a trailer, it's like this screams Evangelion. The plug
Great
suits.
animation, too.
Yeah, the plug suits. The way it was like showing a lot of glimpses and all the characters talking in the background. I was like, oh, this is so Evangelion. It's not even fucking funny. I want to see it. I'm not
Yeah.
complaining.
Mm-hmm. So, some information here. First off, Anno is not directing this anime. If it was, we'd be losing our shit more somehow. This will be directed by Kazuya Tusamaki, who did actually direct the final installments of Rebuild, the You Cannot Redo or whatever. He directed that one. So that's kind of the bar we're
3.33.
having at this point.
Cool.
3.0 plus 1.0 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a crazy number, another thing. The plot involves clan battles with mobile suits and illegal fights.
I kind of like that. I like the design
So
of the
it's
Gundams.
like we're gonna take the craziest, yeah, but we're taking the craziest idea, G Gundam, and we're just gonna Evangelion the fuck out of it. I mean, that's actually probably the best way to resurrect that one.
Oh yeah, for sure. 100% there.
Yeah. Ahead of release, there will be a theatrical cut featuring footage re-edited from the TV that will air before in January. So there's a lot of shit coming very soon for that show, and I like The Witch from Mercury from what I saw. I didn't finish it. That's actually on my to-do list, but I enjoyed that one for just the concepts of it.
Right.
So I mean, I'm all for new things.
Oh well,
So
I saw like from my perspective, the character design was interesting, and yeah, same. I'm looking forward for it. See what happens with
uh
what.
huh.
Mhm.
Yeah, it'll be good. Trust me.
Mhm.
So that's so some good anime to come out pretty soon. We need something crazy to replace our Attack on Titan addiction.
Sure, we need something new and fresh.
Yeah, so we always go to Gundam. Ba-da-ba-da.
I don't mind it. Like, honest to God, it's like it's not a bad show.
Whoa, what the
It
hell?
what?
Uh oh, okay, never mind. Sorry. You're good. We're good. We're good. Just threw
Okay,
me off there for a second.
okay. I know that
Yeah.
on
Continue. I'm
the
sorry.
on the drop frames it's going down, so it's like I'm just ignoring it. Oh, it came up. Oh, never mind.
Oh, okay, that's what's
Eh,
going on. Okay.
it's hiccups. It's stupid hiccups. Is it? You know that it's like the last episode
Yeah.
is gonna be a fuck up because of whatever. But I'm recording this, so I don't give a crap. Um.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I just
Mhm.
was not expecting the train wreck that happened, so
Meh.
it is what it is.
Yeah, it is. But
I think
like
we
I
actually
said,
got kicked off, so
did
whatever.
we? Did you get kicked out?
I don't see a live, but that's fine. I'll check it later. Go, keep going.
I see it live, so it doesn't matter. Um.
Okay, well that's good enough. That's good enough.
Yeah. So beyond that, like I said, going back to the Gundam thing. Well, you were talking about something that is like a lot of like shows
Mm-hmm.
are getting like the renewal or the new coat of paint kind of thing. The old ones to new ones and shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
you said, like Sailor Moon. Uh, what was the other one that has had
Yeah.
the repaint?
Uh, let's see. We had Sailor Moon. We were just talking about this. I know one of Jujutsu Kaisen, is that the one that they did recently?
Oh, your YouTube Kaisen
There was like
had
a new
live
anime that.
action.
Oh, okay, I know there was like an anime that came. It's like an older one. I don't know. I don't know that one that well.
Mm.
We have Dragon Ball still going. That doesn't count though, because it's like it's a continuation. There was another. Oh, Evangelion. You could say the movies.
Yeah, well, Evangelion was the one that had the nice coat of paint, and then they finished it differently. So,
Hmm. Yeah. But yeah, it's very funny to me how Gundam of all shows, like Mobile Suit Gundam, the 0079 show, hasn't gotten that fresh coat of paint, which is just jarring to me because it's like you think of all these recent animes, even from like Sailor Moon is in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, I would say.
hmm
And that got a fresh coat of paint. It's just like, why not this one? Because I think 0079 is a very good show. I think it's a great show. Even today, it still stands good. But I'm also a person that has the tolerance and patience for it. That it's like, I understand this is an older show, that this is not going to be plotted as good as others.
right. I think I also told you that Magic Knight Raider is having like their own.
Oh, maybe that was the one we were thinking of.
Yeah. I don't want to say it, but X from talking about Clamp X had a stupid French coat
Yeah.
of paint, but nobody wanted it. Whatever. It's
Yeah.
yeah. There's a lot of shows
But
that is like.
it's just weird that like
Go ahead.
it's like a weird almost 50-year-old anime that is like sort of like a benchmark for many reasons has never gotten like a redo in the original formula. And I feel the pacing of that show alone will be different because if you just go even to Zeta Gundam, like
Mm.
Gundam, it's like boom, boom. Like when it comes to a plot point, it's like boom,
Yeah,
boom,
it's
boom, and then you go over to Zeta Gundam, it's like boom, 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 boom. Like it just doesn't stop.
so what a lot of the shows, because I started thinking about like because of what you mentioned about the Sailor Moon and shit, and I imagine with the Magic Knight thing, a lot of those shows are saying like, you know what, let's base it around the manga. Oh, I know what the other
On the
show is.
manga.
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood did that first. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
because one thing was the show, and then they did it based on the manga completely, and it's like, oh, this is more truer to the manga or some bullshit like
Hmm.
that. They did the same thing with Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon Crystal was supposed to be like, oh, it's gonna be based on the manga. If you for example, with the new Magic Knight thing, the manga is radically
Hmm.
more shorter than the fucking show, because in the show they tried to make fillers. They gave them like, back in the day you need to do 25 fucking episodes. It's like, well, the material doesn't give us 25 episodes, you know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
it's, I imagine what they're trying to do. Like right now they have a bit more liberty on that. Like, well, you already have 20 fucking 5 episodes, 2 fucking seasons. How about we just do a really quick run of 13 to 18 episodes and call it a fucking day? And I think that works
Yeah.
because right now
Okay.
is right now it makes total fucking sense. So yeah, that's my opinion. That just popped in my head, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, but it's just interesting how like one of the biggest animes ever, they never. Maybe it's just too sacred. I feel it's one of those too sacred moments. Like I'm trying to think here. like other shows, I'm drawing blanks, but maybe it's just one of those ones that's like we can't touch it for whatever
Yeah.
reason. Even though they took like an entire episode of the show and expanded it into a 2-hour movie,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
which that one was actually not bad at all. I'm just saying.
Maybe they wanted more story wise on that. Like, oh, it's not just this event.
I I'm still of the opinion that the original creator of Gundam is still around, and maybe he's got like a thing about like don't do it, kind of like what Back to the Future, Robert Zemeckis, whoever
Oh
did that
yeah.
one was
Yeah.
like you can't touch that as long as I'm alive. You can't touch it, and I think even in my will, you can't touch it.
Yeah. Oh, it's not a bad thing. Like the original material, don't touch it.
No, it's not.
And I think that's kind of why they're making so many fucking things. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do this thing and a bunch of other things, and you're gonna like it. It's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, also at the same time, for Bandai to partner with a new company to do a Gundam show is rather huge. It doesn't happen very often.
Well, I don't know. Got a
Yeah.
fucking clue.
So yeah, good for them. Okay, over to the gaming side, and majority of this is going to be a little more gaming heavy tonight, to be perfectly honest. Let's see here. I didn't do this one right. Fuck. Okay. We're actually going to talk about a story I wanted to talk about last podcast, but we didn't get a chance to because of time, and also I kind of wanted to let it cook a little bit, and it may have paid off. Sony is talking to Kadokawa
Okay.
about possibly being purchased
Okay.
by Sony buying them, basically.
Yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah. So the original idea of the story, and I'm going to get to a little more of the intricacies of this in a moment, was Sony wants to buy that company. Now, for those of you that don't know, they own a very popular video game developer by the name of From Software. I don't know if you've heard of their games. They've created a whole fucking genre unto themselves, but
I have no.
Sony would like to buy them.
I have no idea. Is it one of those torturous fucking games that I can't move an inch?
Hmm. Yeah, and they do mecha games too.
Oh yeah, it's around that. Forget.
Yeah. So there have been talks going on for a while, and apparently talks are going. But here's where the wrinkle begins to rub in, and I have to give some props here. We have a Substack reference here, and I'm going to post this in the show links also when we do the podcast on the Substack. Alex Stansicano, I hope I got your name right, buddy, over at Game Dev Relay actually posted a note about this acquisition, and he's been saying that some sources are saying they don't want to so much buy the entire kit and caboodle. They want to buy just some animated properties and From Software. But Kadokawa wants some, it's like all or nothing sale. And that's where the wrinkle is starting to fall in.
Gotcha.
Like, this is not an open and shut situation. And Sony has not had a very good year, and they don't have a lot of the coffers, is what we can gather.
Right.
Because, when you don't publish a lot of games and you start a actually multiplayer online game that goes nowhere and you shut it down within a week of launch, that can't be good.
Right.
And then you drop a $700 system on people for no reason.
Hmm.
So they're a little tight on cash at the moment, and they just want a couple of the properties and the game developer, and they're like, nope, it's all or nothing, guys. You want to buy us? Buy a wholesale. Don't buy everything.
Buy
Or
the
don't buy a
chairs and
few things.
everything. Yeah, buy the chairs, buy the
Yeah.
microphones, buy everything, bro.
Uh-huh. This would set Sony back $4.3 billion
Wow.
just for that purchase of the entire company.
Holy fucking shit. They have the money.
Yeah. Again, so I don't know how this works. There are people that are much more skilled, and maybe Alex, if you follow up on this, will post on this. And also, if you guys are not checking out his page, it's a great page of he does like a news of like every week or every couple of days. He does a news summary page, and he kind of tells you the stories and everything of what's going on in gaming. It's a great little resource if you kind of want to see what's going on in the gaming world. But yeah, they're not in a good spot to buy this because, like I said, they have had a rough 2024 with the launch of the PS5 Pro, which was not needed at $700.
No.
Concord going belly up.
Mm-hmm.
And have they even published a game this year that's not a re-release?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah. Which, if they want to make 2025 stronger, that's how you do it because we'll get into this later when we do some Game Awards predictions, but I'm going to say this right now. Sony needs to start dropping shit. Like they need to start dropping shit like crazy because
Mhm.
they didn't do jack in 2025. Oh, Helldivers. I forgot Helldivers 2. That's probably the one saving grace for Sony this year is Helldivers 2.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
hmm But if Sony wants to have a good year next year, they need to stop dicking around and just start dropping games. Like just no longer, oh, we got games coming soon. Like boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. You need to start just dropping shit. You
New
got all the
games.
consoles you need right now. Yeah, you have your super whiz bang console that 4 people bought. You have Square stuck it up to you as usual. You got no more excuses, guys. It's got to start dropping content.
Yeah, that's the problem with them that they haven't really done anything new. I mean, look, I can't complain. I am so happy with the Silent Hill thing. I'm super
Yeah,
happy
but that's
with
not
that.
Sony. That's not Sony.
Oh, I know, but I'm trying to say like they should be putting more new shit. Like what was the new shit? Like was it that Astrobot bullshit? Was that the one?
Oh, I forgot Astrobot. Yes, that was out this year. You're right.
That's like, oh my god, we're gonna put all our money in this. It's like, bro, it's I don't know, your target demographic age, whatever the fuck it is. We PlayStation 5 players are old farts.
Well, in
Like,
all fairness, give them credit where credit's due. At least when they put out Astrobot, I've heard nothing but good about that game.
I don't doubt it. I feel like it's the new Little Big Planet kind of thing. Does that make sense? From back in the day?
hmm Well, everybody's calling it like a Mario 64 successor.
Well, it's fine, but like, yeah,
Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm just saying, no,
I,
they need new shit. 100%
yeah,
agree.
yeah, yeah. I guess I'm not targeted for that. Like, I don't fall into that because, oh, first of all, I'm old. I'm tired. I'm tired of playing with children. Uh, I like something more serious. Like Helldivers, I would have loved to play, but I don't have a PlayStation account.
Oh, plus account.
Whatever. But
hmm
it's what I fall down to. Like give me something that I can play with, and I will. But most of the stuff has been other parties.
I mean, I think the biggest games I think I've played on the PlayStation this year have been Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6, and Metaphor is back behind that one even, and I'm going back to Cyberpunk, which
Yeah.
is not a bad thing. That Cyberpunk game has aged incredibly well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I'm not doing that. But it's like, give me
Yeah.
something new, bro. Give me something worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and we'll get into that when we get into the Game Awards thing because I feel like Sony needs to come out swinging in 2025, and there's a good chance because there is one game I think that's coming out next year that could actually get it done, but we'll get to that in a little bit.
Hmm.
But that is that story, and once again, thank you to Alex over at Game Dev Relay for the information on that story. He allowed me to use his site for a source, and I just want to take the time and thank him on the air publicly for that because we don't like to take it from just anybody. We try to post our links and all that, and we want to give credit where credit's due.
Right.
Substack has a very small but growing gaming section. They don't have it officially yet, but we're underground. But it's like I want to kind of, if you're not following that guy, please give him a follow and please subscribe to his page. You got a lot of information there. Just gonna say that.
Okay. Cool. Cool plug.
Yeah. And then moving on here, we have good old games, right, Illy?
Yes.
Yeah. So they actually have a new policy over there. They have a gaming preservation mission.
Okay.
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 And so what they do is they'll take games that are popular or maybe have been around for a long time and try and keep them up to date to play on modern consoles as much as they can. Like if they get the developer or whatever. Like
Okay.
their goal is we want to preserve gaming history here so anybody can play it, warts and all, in the time frame.
Okay.
So if you have the latest super whiz-bang computer that can cook breakfast and play Cyberpunk and stream the newest movies, you can also in a little corner have a video game running from like 1994.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's a great thing. Um, that being said, Blizzard recently announced remakes for Warcraft 1 and 2. All right. Now, not my thing. I played Warcraft. I'm more of a StarCraft guy personally. But you can't get StarCraft if you don't get Warcraft. So you got to respect that one.
Oh yeah, for sure. Understandable.
Yeah. So anyway, they announced remasters of Warcraft 1 and 2. So they're going to get the whole upscale graphic program. I don't know how much they're changing on the gameplay, if anything, and da 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 da. You can get these over on battle.net. Take a moment here and pour one out for battle.net. Do you remember when they were actually good?
I don't remember that fucking page, to be brutally honest.
That's where you played like StarCraft and Diablo back in the day. Like that was Blizzard's own service.
Oh. Oh. Didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, if you played online and you wanted to play like online before Steam,
Yeah.
Battle.net was your free version. Like you would go on to you buy the game and you'd log in and they would run the game for free online. Like you didn't the only thing you paid for was your router access.
Wow. Didn't know that.
Yeah. And they took care of their community and all that, but still, it's one of those things. Anyway, I remember when Battle.net used to be good because Blizzard, who is owned by Activision Blizzard, who was owned by Microsoft now.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, sorry, it's just a lot of oops are coming with this one. They have decided, okay, well, we're going to do these remasters. All the old versions of the games, those need to go away. You only can play the remasters now.
Wow.
Like, if you want to play the original one in all its pad glory, you're not going to be able to do it. We want you to play our remaster version and buy that instead.
Damn.
Well, GOG has words to say about that.
Oh.
They have, they have been told to delist the game from their service, and they said as part of their new preservation program, they will use their own resources to maintain compatibility compatibility with the game forward. So basically, on GOG's dime, they're going to be the ones that are going to be maintaining the OG Warcraft 1 and 2 without the remaster. They're going to fund it themselves.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. So if you wanted to play the original in all its glory on a modern computer, those are the guys to go to.
Damn. Excuse me.
Mm. Oh, and by the way, you do know who owns GOG, right?
No idea, Brandon.
CD Projekt Red.
Oh wow. Okay.
When they bungled the fucking Cyberpunk game,
Mm-hmm.
gotta be honest here, they've more than made up for it like threefold post that, because I don't know of any other developer that I can think off the top of my head that goes to the lengths they do to make their fan base happy.
I mean, they know their fan base, right?
But they're very loyal too. That's the thing.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Like think about your brother in The Witcher. The only reason he even knows about The Witcher is the video games, and he is very loyal to those video games.
Yeah. He also, I think he wasn't that into the video game. He got the game. The third one was it, right?
Mm-hmm. That's where most of us actually started.
He started playing that one, but his now wife is the one that actually read all the books. She was into the books, and because of her, he
Okay.
all that stuff. So I think it's just a perfect storm in that case.
Yeah. But still, give them credit where credit's due. I mean, they don't have to do this, but they're doing it, and I'm sure it's going to cost them a pretty penny long term. But the fact that they're doing this, like now, it's like I want to kind of go under. It's like, can I play like SimCity 2000 on there? Like, actually, let me go look. Because honestly, I could play some SimCity.
SimCity. Oh, SimCity. I was like, for some reason, I understood Sin City and me.
Yeah,
Sin
not that
City
I
doesn't.
never was big into The Sims.
Oh, no, I understood Sin City. It's like, what? Sin City has a game? I didn't know that.
Oh wow, they do have it.
I don't doubt it. Sim City is like,
$5.99, and it's
get up.
part of their preservation program. Wow,
Oh, wow.
shit, I might just get it.
Okay.
Wow, good for them. And it is part of their. Let me look at their preservation program here since I'm here because I just found this page.
Well,
Like I didn't look that deep dive into it. They got a whole page here. Ensures classic games remain playable on modern systems, even after the developer stops supporting them. By maintaining iconic titles, GOG helps you protect and relive memories that shape you. DRM free with dedicated tech support.
wow. So they're really taking care of it.
Yeah. Games that are included: the Warcraft bundle, as we mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Complete. These are going to be PC heavy, ladies and gentlemen. Diablo 1.
Wow.
The original Resident Evil.
Like the first one?
Uh-huh. It's a bundle.
Oh, wow.
They have the first 3 Resident Evil games as a bundle.
Cool.
Let's see here. What else we got? They got the whole games here. Legacy of Kain Defiance. That's 97 cents right now. Wow.
Oh, it's because of the new game coming out, like the remastered.
Yeah. Legacy of Kain Blood Omen.
Okay.
That's the first one. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 Triple Thrill Takeover at $10.
Ah, damn.
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, $20.
Okay.
Well, let's see here. I'm just going through the list here. SimCity 2000, like I said. Fallout New Vegas. SimCity 3000. Myst.
Oh wow.
Masterpiece.
I remember Mist.
The OG XCOM.
Okay.
The Witcher. That's going to be a not shocker there. System Shock 2. The Classic Edition.
I don't remember that one.
Riven. That's the sequel to Myst.
Okay.
Wing Commander 3. Holy fuck.
You're making me feel old. That did make me feel old.
I know. I'm making myself feel old. Don't feel bad. Mad Max, whatever. Lego Hobbit. I didn't know the Hobbit needed to be preserved, but okay, here we are.
Oh wait, is there any other Lego games?
I'm looking here. I'm looking through the list.
God.
No, it's not yet. Wing Commander Privateer. Man, if they put Wing Commander 2 on there, I'm done. It's like, well, there goes my life for a few days. Earthworm Jim. OG Earthworm Jim.
Oh, I remember the one for PC was a lot better.
The Curse of Monkey Island. Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, there's some damn good games here.
Remember that fucking game.
Jagged the OG Blade Runner. Like the Blade Runner video game, the one they
Wow.
did for PC.
Oh fuck, I remember that one. Jesus.
Roller Coaster Tycoon 1.
Oh my god.
Yeah, wow. I mean, shit. I may have to download for some SimCity action. Seriously, I kind of want. It's like I wasn't like, well, shit. Now I kind of need to support this, don't I? Like these are games I want to play.
Damn.
Like we're speechless here, ladies and gentlemen. That doesn't happen that often.
Speechless. I'm just sitting here.
Well, still, damn good list there.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So, man, good old games. They're really making a strong case for being the anti-Steam, aren't they? Not that Steam's bad by any means. I don't say that, but still.
Yeah, I know that that's the only place that I could actually get Silent Hill 4 for PC and shit. Like, because there's nobody that has it anywhere. The only way that I could
Mm-hmm.
play that motherfucking game. Excuse me.
Yeah, I can totally see it now. It's like I'm gonna go play my Sim City on my old computer because I'm old and I like these games.
Oh, I was telling you that my brother got. I'm asking about the Lego thing because he, I think, got
Mm-hmm.
Lego Island. That's like one of the oldest fucking games that we ever owned on PC. And he's like,
Mm-hmm.
well, he got that one, and he got Sim City Theme Park, which was the 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 picture of our childhood in the computer. Okay, so he
Mm.
got for some reason one of the boss of his wife gave her an old fucking lead
Mm-hmm.
square screen, and he's like, this is the only way to play it without like fucking it up, because we had like the old fucking screens from back in the day, the big boxes. And he got like that. It's like, well, imagine that you're playing that game, but if you were really rich back in the 2000s, late 90s, I mean, god damn. So yeah, I am kind of jealous of him because that kind of sounds really good, and I kind of want to
Mm.
play those, but eh,
Well, we shall see.
right.
Okay, so there's that one, and wow, we learned a lot there. We
Hmm.
had lots and lots and lots of fun. Okay, so finally, gonna end the show with I kind of didn't tell you about this because I didn't think you'd be that interested, but still, I felt we should talk about it. The Game Awards, I believe, are gonna be on the air as we're driving, or somewhere in that window. They're gonna be on the air. Like we're not gonna find out about it until we get to where we are.
Oh shit! Really? Oh no.
Yeah. I don't know. I could be wrong. That's just like we're not gonna have internet for a day or so, so it's one of those things.
Okay.
Anyway, so the awards are coming out. They're gonna be, I think, Thursday. I think they're Thursday night, so the night before we leave. So we got a lot of shit we're doing that night. So I doubt we're gonna get pay attention anyway.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not gonna. We're not gonna talk about the actual game, the awards themselves, because we already know they're bought and sold. We already know who won. If Elden Ring doesn't win Game of the Year, I'll actually be shocked. And I'm not saying that as a, oh, it's so good. It's more, it's like they've done enough stupid things to make it Game of the Year.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm not. Nah. I don't care about the game.
Yeah. Not that I don't care about the game. It's just it's like, oh, it won Game of the Year at Game of the Awards. Okay, that means nothing to me. That's just bullshit. But sure, okay, whatever. Cool for you.
I think
Get the little plaque hanging up. I get it.
the only thing that I'm gonna be interested that day is like, oh well, I want to see. I guess the trailers the next day.
There you go. That's where we're going with that. Yes, that's where we're going. So, this is going to be our wild speculation corner on this. We have no notes, we have no sources, we have nothing. This is just our opinion on things.
Mm-hmm.
Educated guesses at best.
Yes.
Okay, probably mainly from me. And Illy, feel free to jump in at any point if you got a thing you want to see or you think might happen. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So first of all, earlier, well, late last week, we had a character trailer drop for Street Fighter 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, most of the time when they do those, it's just an introduction trailer. They do a little image, they do a little movie, they show the character off. They showed the character off. I actually got to be honest, I'm not really big on the SNK characters getting voice actors in English, but the one they got there sounded pretty good, not going to lie.
Yes, it sounded perfect. Honestly.
Yeah, it's like it sounded like unlike Terry, who I feel like they're like, "Hey, you're American, get over here."
Yeah, I didn't like his voice, honestly.
Yeah, but so I feel we saw that. Usually, what follows after that is an actual gameplay trailer. Like we actually see the character in action.
Mm-hmm.
And since we're going to be doing it, I think release of the game or the character is going to be late January, early February. So I'm of the opinion Game Awards, it's perfect time for them to do this. I think we're going to get that gameplay trailer for Mai at the Game Awards. I think that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
With that, since we're doing SNK stuff also, I think there'll be another City of the Wolves trailer for whatever else they got coming for that game. I think that's going to be, they're going to do something.
Okay.
Let's see here. I've heard rumors of a new Resident Evil. So there may be
Oh
a Resident Evil
yeah.
9 coming out, which I'm fine with that. I mean, if it's good, I don't care.
Yeah.
So I think we'll either get an announcement or some gameplay on that. It's going to be interesting to see there. Let's see here. I think there is a new game in development for Doom. I forget the name. It's like Doom: The Dark Ages or something.
Okay.
I think we're going to get more on that one because it's been a little too quiet on that, and you know how they like to do advertising at these things.
Mm-hmm.
I think there might be some form of a Witcher trailer for the new game because it's just been too quiet lately.
Okay. I'm listening. I'm
And
just like,
yeah, I know. All right, now on to a sure bet. Whatever the fuck Hideo Kojima's doing right now is going to be there because that guy that runs the thing has to stroke that guy's ego as much as possible.
yeah, I suspect he's gonna show off now a date for the Death Stranding 2 fucking game because it's been there, bro. It's been there.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, that's all I can think of because I have my speculation.
Well, the thing is, the games you want to see, you won't see because of Konami.
No, not really. I think I can get
Okay.
something from Gothic too. Well, Gothic, yeah, Gothic for the
Okay.
for fucking
All right.
Christ. So,
Okay.
but yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna
I'm not
get a
saying that's
trailer.
bad. That's good. Keep it going if you got some other ones.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get the trailer for the fucking Silent Hill 2 movie because I know that nobody is gonna care there, and all the other Silent Hill projects that they have, they're
No, they
pro.
don't.
What's up?
I'm listening. Go ahead. So I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. I wasn't trying to.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, there's like a lot of projects that they showed up, but I am of the opinion that they're gonna do another thing like they did last year around January or February, because
Oh, a
yeah,
Silent Hill Direct.
You motherfuckers, you better do it. But that's my opinion. I'm not sure what's going on. I know that there's another fucking game going
Mhm.
on that it's gonna come out, but on the top of my head, I can't think of it.
Well, if it's Konami related, you won't see it because they blacklisted Konami from that thing. Whether you
I
agree with it or not, I am not going to say that because they have opinions. But if you want to be the center of the gaming universe in the end of the year, you kind of need
yeah.
to not be biased like that.
That's
That's
I
just
was
my
gonna
opinion.
say, like, what's your biasm, bitch? Like, that's pretty much like,
Oh, I know exactly. No, it is the bias of Keeley is buddies with Hideo Kojima, and whatever the fuck happened between him and Konami burnt so bad that Keeley will never let Konami on that. I'm surprised Silent Hill is in contention for anything. It won't win, but I am genuinely surprised that it actually got in contention.
I know that it's like you said, like, oh, Konami is like, well, they're honestly, it's prices that they're really not gonna throw them out. Like, they're not gonna do a whole show. There's not enough
Mhm.
things to, like, oh, they're not gonna play a song from the fucking game because they're not. For what? What's the reason? They're not giving enough money. It's like, I feel like
Yeah.
it's a disservice for all the people that actually busted their fucking asses on that game. But it's like, you know what?
Mhm.
That's kind of why I don't care anymore for those kind of things. It's because it's a bunch of weirdos
Yeah.
doing this. And the last time, what was it last year when they did the fucking whole Alan Wake dancing party? Is like, no.
Well, yeah. That's actually what I was gonna say. Another thing I had on a prediction list was whatever crazy Alan Wake crap they're gonna do this year
Uh,
because they got that new Control sequel coming out, so you know they're gonna do something dumb.
it's so dumb. Like, honestly, I was very excited for that game when it was coming out, and then they said like, no, it's just gonna be downloadable. And you know what? Fuck you. I'm not gonna get it then. And then I'm kind of glad that I didn't
Mhm.
get it digital because of how fucking goofy that fucking game looks. It's like the first game looked like legit.
At least if the game's yeah. At least if the game you didn't like and you have physical copies, like I'm just gonna go take this back. I'll just get my money back or something. I mean, at least there was that.
Oh, here's like you're fucked. You bought it. You take it. It's like no, I don't want that.
Mhm.
I don't want it to be. You have no choice. You bought it. It's like no, this is crap. I don't want crap, and
Mhm.
that's fine. I mean,
And
that's
that's why we buy physical.
yeah. There's a rumor around also that there's maybe something with Dead Space, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Um, I'm just saying shit
Mhm.
out of my ass because it's like, well, I'm trying to think what other
Yeah.
games are out.
Um, mentioning earlier, we're talking about the Sony thing and how they need to come out swinging this year.
Uh
There's a
huh.
game they have that they can tease and announce for later in the year that will easily do that.
What
And
is
it's a
it?
game I think a lot of people have forgotten about, especially after Spider-Man 2.
Oh,
Wolverine.
yeah, Wolverine. I forgot that game was coming.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's a great way to sort of tee up. Like if I don't expect it to be released in the like first 3 months of the year. I would say that's going to be more of like a late summer fall game if it does come out this year, and it should because there was a lot of signs pointing to it being 2025 release.
They canceled that Blade game, didn't they?
That's not through Sony. That's through Microsoft.
But they canceled it, right? If I'm correct.
No, I don't think so. That may be the
Mm.
movie you're thinking
No, well, I'm
of.
thinking of the movie, but I remember there was a game coming out, and I didn't know what the fuck happened to it.
Yeah, they announced it, but they just did an announce trailer. They
Mm.
didn't do anything. That was Bethesda, the guys that did what's it? Dishonored. The guys that did Dishonored were working on that game. That's why I was like, oh, I'm actually excited for this. Too bad it's gonna be on a Microsoft console. But
Oh
they
well.
are actually kind of holding to the multi-platform strategy, so we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll actually be able to play it.
Well, maybe. See what happens.
Yeah. But if Sony wants to get off on the right foot this year, they need to get some games out there. And like I said, the Wolverine one, great way to remind people, and it's perfectly timed with Deadpool and Wolverine. It will
Hmm.
finish up our year of X-Men on our side.
Yeah.
So I would definitely look for. I'm looking to see if that game shows up. If that game shows up, that means that there's more coming of stuff. So that's where I'm kind of like maybe we'll get lucky.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
oh, also samey indie games. You know that one indie game that you get like 3 different times. that everybody tries to do different. Like it's our spin on it, but it's like no, it's the same game. You just don't want to say it.
Right.
It's just my opinion there. So, also for Hail Mary games,
Oh boy.
game I don't expect to get announced, but I would love to see because especially it'd be so timely.
Mm-hmm.
Now would be a great time to release Wolfenstein 3, guys.
Oh god.
Finish the trilogy.
It's not gonna come out, Brandon.
There's never a bad time to punch Nazis, even when Nazis are coming into power.
Yeah, but well, that's never gonna happen, man.
I can again. This is a Hail Mary. I can dream.
I got you.
Also, I think whenever From Software wins the game of the year, there'll be an announcement of a FromSoft game. So I don't know what it'll be, but I feel like they're going to be announcing something this year.
Hmm. Okay.
So maybe we'll get an Armored Core sequel, maybe a DLC expansion. That'd be fine for me, but I'm not hoping for hope here. But I
I don't
feel
know.
like they'll do something. I'm trying to. There will not be a Nintendo Switch thing. That ain't happening.
No, you think so?
Yeah. No, Nintendo's going to announce that on their own direct. So that's not happening at the Game Awards. If it happens at the Game Awards, I will be, honest to God, shocked.
Yeah, no. I never thought that it was a Nintendo kind of thing. You know?
They do occasional game here and there, but most of the time, no. You're not going to see. I don't like saying this, but you're not going to see the Switch 2 until next year because they don't want to do it in the middle of the Christmas season. They're going to kill themselves. So
Yeah.
next year, yeah, hopefully
Mm.
we'll be able to afford it.
Well, don't I wouldn't be sitting here. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be waiting standing up. I just sit and wait, I guess.
Well, I don't buy new consoles like day. I don't buy new consoles day one anyway. I usually wait a few months before I buy them so they can work out some OS kinks.
I always like I think our rule of the thumb is like if you have 3 games that you can play on that thing, get it. If not, don't get it. Wait for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Well, I already know there's one game on there, so there's already if my theory is true, there will be definitely one game for purchase. I just need to figure out the others.
It's gonna be a Zelda game, I
So
imagine.
Nintendo's also no. It's Metroid Prime 4.
Oh, my bad. Excuse me.
No, I think that's going to be a launch title. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, no, most likely they'll probably also you don't know with Nintendo. Like you can make that 3 game rule and they will do it direct and just announce 3 games right there. Like that's how Nintendo will roll. It's like you don't know what they're doing until they do it.
Right.
So, that's why it's like, oh shit, that could happen.
Ah, okay, I guess. You can wish for it, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah. No, so we're not gonna know anything until next year at this point.
For sure.
That's a fact. All right. Well, is there anything other things you can think of for the game awards for game announcements shit you can think of?
Honestly, I can't because it's like so fucking big. I don't think they're bringing another God of War. I'd be stunned if they do that.
Now, if they do that, that Sony needs that. I know it sounds dumb, and I know we kind of keep going back to that. Well, if they do Horizon 3, if they announce that one, I feel like there's a window they can announce that one. But Sony needs to come out swinging next year
you
for
know,
people to buy their consoles. They
yeah.
need games.
You know what I think I'm gonna like I don't think it's
Hmm.
gonna happen. This is just like imagine if hell
Okay. Wild speculation.
this is wild speculation. Imagine if hell opens tomorrow. Well, that day opens and
Okay.
The Last of Us 3 for some fucking reason that'd be like, "Oh, you know what? We have this turd. Let's just put some spit on it."
You know what? You know what? Not an impossible thing, but I think what would more likely happen,
Oh.
in my opinion, what I would hope would happen is
Mm.
Uncharted 4.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That I mean, I would like Naughty Dog to do something besides the fucking The Last of Us. Look, I don't care. I really like that series, but it needs to die. It needs to stop. It needs to. It needs to stop.
No, they just need different characters besides Ellie. If they got somebody
Yeah,
besides Ellie, I think that can be salvaged.
like let's just do some game without them. Like that'd be great because the world is not revolving in this person. This person doesn't make any sense. Like, you know what?
Well, it's basically Neil Druckmann's revenge porn fantasy, I feel like.
I guess I don't know. I remember the time that that game was really good. I mean, I did an interview and I said like The Last of Us is one of my favorites and I think it's one of the best games that I ever played. But that
Mhm.
was back then. It's like right now it's like I don't know. I'm getting I guess I got over stimulated with that one type of game. Does that make sense?
It's funny you're saying that because, I saw a recent video from, what is it? Fully Rambomatic. I know you don't like the guy,
I don't
but
like
he
him.
actually said, like, they're talking about games that they look back on now and would change their minds on, and he actually had quite a few that he was like, "You know what? This was good at the time, but it's actually not aged very well, and I would like to, like, walk back my suggestion." One of them was, I forget what game it was. Oh, it was like, the God of War,
Hmm.
the new trilogy. Like, he said
Okay.
it was a game of the year for him, but he said it's like, "This is like the Harry Dad game. This is like the start of that." And there were better games that came out this year. And one of the games he also mentioned, and I forget what year it was the first Wolfenstein of the reboot New Order. And he's like, "Okay, it's a dumb game. It's a game where you shoot, but there's an actual really good plot written into this game that
Right.
it's like it carries this game through all the game."
Right, definitely.
So he was like, it's like I can do a little revision on my own end, but he was like, I didn't think about it, but yeah, these games maybe not aged as well as I thought.
Just that your opinion changes as time passes.
Absolutely. As you
Yeah,
grow.
yeah, because for example, like it happened to me this year with Skyrim. Like it
hmm
happened to me. Like I was playing it like daily at a point in my life, like day in day out, day in day out. I was like, oh my god, this is the best fucking game ever. It's so fun. And now, like I try to do is like, oh howdy, it's I don't have the time or the desire to play this. Like, oh, it's pretty and whatever, but to an extent, it's
hmm
just a lot of wasting time. And it's like, well, maybe back in the day, I needed to waste a lot of time. So yeah, it's it's not a bad game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's like I guess I grew up, and you're right. Like
hmm
we mature and we grow up and we change perspectives, definitely. So
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
it's normal, I
And
think.
also, at the time when you were playing these games, there was a very good reason why these games were good, but they changed over time. And that's why, again, I feel like these games of the year things and like all these games, like there are very few games when you look back on your gaming career that you can go, wow, that really stood up well. Like I only have like a couple. They're both Nintendo. One is Super Metroid, and the other one, to be perfectly honest, is like, probably Ocarina of Time. And even that one, I'm kind of like, it doesn't age that great as much as people want to say it did. It's like an all-time classic, and it is
Right.
for its time. But there have been better games since then. I would even argue like Breath of the Wild is probably more of a game changer overall, was a part of the series as opposed to Ocarina of Time.
It's just that with the Breath of the Wild, you have a lot more doing than just wasting time. Like it's like there's
hmm
quests, there's side quests, there's the main quest, there's like a lot. Skyrim was like
Well,
that,
it's
but it changed. Like I guess the pace is different. Does that make sense?
Well, also the same. No, the thing with that one is Ocarina of Time was built in a time when they wanted to do open world stuff, but they had a very linear setup to do it. Like they only had so many pixels and all that stuff they could put into
Oh
the
yeah,
game,
yeah.
so they kept you kind of on rails. Breath of the Wild, I could even argue, maybe even Wind Waker to an extent, are games that there is truly you can go out and do whatever you want at that point. Like there's not. It's like okay, you got an objective, but don't rush into it. Just do your thing.
Yeah,
Whereas Ocarina of Time is like, okay, you've just finished this temple. Now start making your progress towards the next temple. Oh, there's this little side quest here if you want to do it, but it's not important. Now go on to the next temple. It's very linear in its pacing.
right.
Yeah, which is story driven, which makes sense. Whereas Super Metroid was a lot more is story driven, but very vague, and also at the same time, if you sidetracked, you got missiles and shit, so you got max power at the end if you played your cards right.
It's like the one that I think. Well, I'm trying to think the ones that I not changed my mind. Any fucking game from fucking Fatal Frame, it's a gem
Mm,
because it's like the main story. It's pretty fucking dope. There's different ways to get the different endings, and every time you play it, you get new shit to play it with. So it's like very personable, and there's also a lot of like little side games that you can play on the thing. It's not just like, oh, this to this. Stories are
mhm,
really interesting if you like that kind of crap. And it's like, yeah, the one that surprised me, and I would love to play it again, but I don't have the time right now. The first Silent Hill that I played it the last time in stream,
mhm.
I did not think that it was gonna be that good. It held so fucking good. Like
Yeah.
it's a game of its time, but it's like the story and all the lore and all that stuff is like wow, it's pretty
Um,
solid, you know?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of games that I can expand on. The only other one I can think of off the top of my head, and I'd have to play it. And even then, it's like when I say these, it's like I'm kind of nervous to go back and play them because it's like I don't want to ruin my memories of them. Sometimes they're memories for a reason.
Right.
But one that I can think of that it's like when I consistently pick it up and play it, I still kind of feel like it's a good game is Mario Kart 64.
Oh fuck yeah. Oh fuck yeah. No. I played that one on the fucking Switch with the 64 when we had it.
Mm-hmm.
I played that thing and it's so fucking solid. It's like, oh, this is great. The graphics are awful.
Yeah.
but but it's a
Oh,
fun game.
another game that aged very well. Chrono Trigger.
Yes. Oh yes. Mhm.
I keep forgetting about that one. I can't. There are games that's like I sit there and think it's like, oh, okay. Oh, well, there's that one. Oh, there's that one. I would even argue Street Fighter 3 is held up pretty well.
Okay.
Hell, the Marvel vs. Capcom games, I've been playing them on the collection I got. They're not bad. They actually, they still play pretty good. They still got a good feel to them. Like I don't feel like I'm like slowed down or anything. Like they
Mhm.
play at a good pace still. So I mean,
Cool.
there's games out there that definitely still play, but it's a very interesting thought when you start thinking about like all these games. It's like, oh, they're so good. It's like, do they hold
Oh.
up?
Oh yeah, no. Like I right now because I haven't played. I think I mentioned it earlier that I kind of want to play Silent Hill 4, but everyone remembers
Hmm.
it like as a piece of poop. It's like it's a great story. But it's like it's one of those like the story is so goddamn good, but getting there is such a fucking drag. So
Yeah.
it's one of the because of the playability. Like the playing of that thing was just badly made.
Well, you know what? Another thing that I think this will be the more interesting fact. I think down the road.
Mm,
Gonna go back to The Last of Us real quick here.
okay.
I think not now, maybe in 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
They're doing a
I think The Last
remaster.
of Us 2 is going to look a little. No, I think it's going to look a little better than it's given credit for because we're all in that
Yeah,
moment that it's like we can't like disconnect them. But when
yeah.
I think we can disconnect the drama from the game, I think that game is going to age a lot better than we think.
Yeah, I think we need to let it go for a bit because it's still
Hmm.
being dragged and punched inside of our throats over and over. It's like, bro, I don't want to learn. I don't want this. Thank you. Thank you. It's really good, but thank you. I don't
No,
want it
thank you.
anymore. Yeah, it's like I'm tired of shortcake. I want to try something else. It's like
Hmm.
it's not that strawberry shortcake is
Yeah, but
bad.
it's more that it's more them forcing it down our throats. That's part of it.
Yeah, and I think we're all getting tired of that. Like that's where they're not understanding that we're fucking tired of it. It's like maybe you need to let it rest. It's like I think that happened to God of War if I'm correct because there was a time that it was like God of War 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like oh the little ones the ones for PSP the ones of it's like bro you need to
Hmm.
let it go and then suddenly okay let's let it die on the third one. Let's
Another
just
Another franchise that I think has probably aged better, but it's like of its time also,
hmm,
and having a little rest before they started the marketing machine back up for it, Mass
mm-hmm.
Effect. Because now that people can have played the Legacy Collection and they're away from all the stupid drama about the endings, I think they're starting to be like, hey, you know what? This was actually a really good game
I mean,
series.
I don't doubt that that game was pretty good, you know.
No, but it is of its time, and Yes, compared to games that have moved on since then, there are better ones, but it's like of its time, it still holds up pretty good. And by that I mean Mass Effect 2 and 3. Mass Effect 1, even the developers are like, yeah, that's a little clunky.
No, but well, it had its time
Hmm.
and such. So
Yeah. So, but that might have to be a conversation we have to table for another day because that's actually a really good one. I didn't think about that.
yeah, well, I mean, we're still talking about it, but it's like
Mhm.
it's stuff that I think after the Game Awards and all that stuff. Well, we shall
Mhm.
see. Honestly, I don't think we're gonna be able to do anything in a while, but when we come back, we can finally plan something. I guess.
Well, yeah. I will also say, if you guys want to see our opinions, we have the Desk of Chaos as we are posting this. We will probably be posting there a little more frequently for the foreseeable future because we can write it out. We don't have to da 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 da. You know.
I know, and it's a lot more freeing. It was typing and shit. So.
Hmm. Yeah. But I think that's probably gonna do it for this version of the half-ass show tonight.
Mhm.
And it's more we are getting in the midst of moving here. If you're not following us on our social medias, maybe I'll post our socials over on the page for this. We will be updating on there. We're gonna let everybody know we're okay and all that stuff. Trust me, I have a laundry list down here. People I need to let know when we
Oh,
leave.
same, same. Jesus.
Um, yeah. We are gonna be taking a little hiatus here. Um, the dominant ones will be coming next year. We're thinking early next year, but it's like once the dust settles, we're gonna have a better sense of that. So that is still continuing. We're still doing that one.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we didn't do a playlist for no reason. Um, Gaming side of things gonna slow down a little bit. Not gonna lie there, but I'm hoping when we come back a little strong.
Mhm.
So, is there anything you'd like to say before we sign off here?
Well, I just want to say thank you to anyone that actually paid attention to us. Like, I know that we really don't have a following list of people. Uh, we used to have one, but with all the drama that we have with the Twitch and such, we've lost a lot of them. But I appreciate the people that are following in on Substack that are like really,
Mhm.
really nice to us, to be perfectly honest. And
Again, shout out to Alex over on Game Dev. Shout out to him, man.
hopefully, to be perfectly honest, hopefully we hope to come and bring you better material, better stuff. We're not gonna let down on our stories or anything of a such. We really want to keep on
Mhm.
doing those because there are little passion projects. But for us to actually give y'all
Yeah,
a good product, we kind of need to do our life and fix it before we keep on going forward. So,
yeah. This is a semi hiatus we're going on. We're not going away. I would say 2024, if anything, has been Magic Ninja Robot evolving.
yeah, I really love doing everything that I've been doing with this channel, like the design and the everything that has concealed, like even playing with my brother because my brother has been the one doing the videos, most of them, the intros and shit.
Hmm.
Um, so I kind of like that kind of stuff going on. I hope that the next time we have something new. If not, hey, I'm okay with this, right?
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
as
I'm just going to be a little more succinct and say thanks everybody for listening. Thank you for being with us. And I hope you guys all have a very safe and prosperous and good holiday season for you.
mm-hmm,
I don't think we're going to start up until the new year. So, we're going to just consider this the final episode. There could be a hidden episode down the road, but nothing's certain yet.
yeah,
And yeah, that's about all I got to say. Stay tuned for more stuff coming up. Like I said, we'll be busy on the socials. We're not going to leave up on that. And we're coming back. And
yeah.
I feel like we're going to do two phases. 2025 is going to be, we're going to start with a left jab. And then late 2025, we're dropping a right punch from hell from you guys to you guys. So we'll be back with a vengeance before you know it.
So just so everyone knows, can you say the socials for our show?
Yes, you can find us on Blue Sky at give me a second here. I gotta pull up the thing. The Blue Sky is Magic Ninja Robot. Blue Sky about social. You know what that one is. I'll post these on the. I'm gonna post these on the actual page also, like on the Substack page.
Okay.
And Magic Ninja Robot can be found on Mastodon. We're at mastodon.social there.
Mm-hmm.
And we're on the Desk of Chaos over at Substack. So, we each have our own individual pages, I will post all of that stuff on the page, so you can all find us there.
Okay, you guys can find me on Mastodon at Ailey Dross and on Kara with the same fucking thing, Ailey Dross. Whatever artworks that I've been working, I've been posting them there. And in Blue Sky, that they finally lifted the fucking adult label bullshit that they had me for months. It's also Ailey
Mm-hmm.
Dross. I'm trying to keep everything in the same branding of name so you don't get lost. I don't have X anymore because fuck that place. But Substack, the
Mm-hmm.
changes is Ely writes stuff. So yep,
Yeah. No, and we're on camera at Magic Ninja Robot also, so there is that.
yep. Um, but yeah, no, I hope we get some new followers, some new people showing up for our stuff, and I think that's it for my end. I don't know what
Yeah.
else you want to add.
Okay. Well, that's all I got. Thanks everybody for listening, and please enjoy your holiday season wherever you do. And we will see you all very soon here on the Desk of Chaos, Magic Ninja Robot on YouTube, and who knows? I still have the Twitch active. That's not saying we're not going to go back. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
you
think
know what we are.
it's all about the fucking internet, honestly. So, well,
Hmm.
Merry Grimbus and
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
All right. Happy holidays, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Have a good night, and we'll see y'all soon here on the Half-Ass Show on Magic Ninja Robot.
What's the words? Happy Festivus. Yeah, that. Okay, good night, everybody.
Festivus for the rest of us.